Yo, listen up. DMV 365, the grind. Radio. It's up next. Listen up. 365, the grind. Radio. It's up next, y'all. It's about that time, turn up your speakers. You ain't heard nothing like this since Ether. That fresh, so clean, feeling new sneakers. They get that radio respect, no Aretha. Don't touch that dial, no need for breathers. DMV the Dawn, keep feeding you heaters. IRB to the VA, sending hot connections, ponder replay. Yo, listen up. DMV 365, the grind. Radio. It's up next. Listen up. 365, the grind. Radio. It's up next.
Turn the knob off. Turn the knob off. And get ready for 365, the Grind Radio Show. Show.
How y'all doing out there, man? It's the hottest in the game, DJ DMVTHEDON. This is 365, the Grind Radio Show you're listening to. Doing a special revisit of a lot of great interviews we had on the show. We calling it 365 Features. And we also did previously, this is the third installment of the series. The first installment was Chrisette, Michele. And then we had my man Zay Holiday on in the second edition, and this is the third edition right here. We're featuring the interview that we did with Raheem Devaughn back in 2014, and it was a great interview. Supposed to get my man back on the show very soon, but we always try and give you the best, man, no matter if it's R&B, hip-hop, mixtape music, pop. We try to give you some jazz in there, and definitely that DC go-go sound, which is the sound of the city. 365, the Grind Radio Show is based out of, that's the DMV, alright, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Alright, we're going to get right into this interview, man, because we don't do a lot of talking on the show. We feature the hottest artists, well, no matter if it's mainstream, independent, or unsigned. We definitely try to cater to those independent and unsigned underground artists out there. And to get your music played on the show is very simple. Send submissions to 365, the Grind Radio Show at gmail.com, alright? We want to hear from you, always trying to feature the hottest music first, the hottest artists first, no matter where they come from. We stream around the world, live streaming on Spreaker.com, and also the show is on SoundCloud, streams to SoundCloud, and also podcasts on iTunes, and we have our own exclusive channel on YouTube as well, so follow our movements. 365 The Grind Radio Show. Follow us socially on Facebook at 365 The Grind Radio Show, and also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DMV's Next Big Thing. Hey, man, he's a big supporter of the show, always have been, always showed us so much love, man, and man, he's just a genuine good dude. We appreciate him as always, man. Kind of like a mentor in a sense, man, because he listened to the show early on, man, in 2013, like what he heard, man, supported us ever since, and we appreciate the love that he showed us, and we definitely tried to treat him like the king that he is, man. It's the Love King, man, the Neo rock star that he is, man. My man is so talented, entertainer, man. Does so many philanthropist things in the DMV and nationwide, man. We appreciate him so much. So sit back and enjoy the feature that we did, exclusive interview with 365 The Grind Radio Show. My man Raheem Devaughn. Alright, for y'all out there listening, we got my man Raheem Devaughn on the line right now, man. Raheem, go ahead and talk to the people, man.
Peace, King. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you been? And I want to definitely, from the heart, man, thank you for coming through. You've been a big supporter of the show along with a lot of other artists, but you've been an inspiration, man. The show done took off and doing big things, man. And I wanted to definitely, it was very important to have you on the show, kicking off the impact for indie artists with you, the featured artist for the day.
No doubt. Thank you for having me on the show, first and foremost. I know you've been trying to get this interview done for some time, so thank you for your patience, man, and thank you for your platform as well. Having my own internet radio show, I'm a huge supporter of all the internet shows, throughout the world and stations, the free world of music for artists like myself, and not just myself, but all artists. So definitely, we appreciate your platform.
Well, I kicked it off by definitely acknowledging a lot of talking points, man, for what you meant not only to indie artists worldwide, but just music in general, man. I've been, like I said, been following you for a long time. I've been a definitely supporter and love of the music, and also you as an artist, man. I think if anybody follow you, they know anytime you release an album, man, it's going to be filled with a lot of great topics. The music is going to be well written and well delivered. And you as an artist, man, I think you separate yourself from a lot of not only indie artists, but a lot of mainstream artists. And if someone didn't follow you, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even know that you're doing a lot of things to help not only bring a lot to indie artists, but to music in general. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, for the last couple of years, I've been cultivating my brand, as an independent artist. My most recent album, Place Called Love, is my first major release as an independent artist, as well as, I'm actually ironically riding with Phil Day right now, leading the meeting from, out of Virginia, so, some business related to his new project, but, just been cultivating and developing and consulting for artists in the area as well. Had I been in the mindset a few years back, myself and my partner, we probably would be, we may have had, I may have had Wale on the imprint or Davey Benet, and those guys as partners, what I mean? But I was in a different space, in a different headspace. So, over the last 4 to 5 years or so, I've not only been, investing time in myself and money in myself, and as an independent artist now, but finding, projects and artists and brands that I can partner and align myself with that I think had the potential to come out of the area and make a mark.
And speaking of Philadelphia, man, I want to definitely send shout outs to him as well, man, because he's another artist I've been following, and I think a lot of like you said, speaking to what you saying, people just think when they hear certain artists that this the first time they hearing them, or the first time they been releasing records or in the music business, and they don't understand the grind and a lot of the politics that's involved as well. And with artists like you, Philadelphia, a couple other artists, Tamea, Chrisette, Michele, y'all have been able to do a lot, man, to not only incorporate yourself in fitting in with mainstream artists, but you've been able to have more success as well. And I don't think the area gets its just due when it comes to the movement that's going on in the city with a lot of the artists. Fat Trail, Wale, Logic, who's to me been under the radar for a long time, but he's been doing a lot to contribute to the music movement as well as yourself in Philadelphia. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, what it boils down to is, being popular doesn't necessarily mean being successful or, being, being successful financially or building a following, like, you know, you don't have to rely on radio or, you know, or television to be, you know, exceptional artists and have a following, and really, so it's really just about connecting the dots. So some of those artists you mentioned, you know, that's what they just been doing, and just moving, you know, around the system, you know what I mean, and building their own system in the process. So, as you know, it's a philosophy that we live by and go by, you know, regardless of whatever the genre of music is, you know what I mean, like that. At the end, the bottom line is that, you know, this area, the DMV, is an area that, you know, is heavily being watched and always has been an influencer, you know, in the music and, you know, the lifestyle, and whether that be hip hop. I mean, you think back to artists like Salt Pepper, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, for some that might be a little before their time, but you know, it had a, you know, it had that go-go influence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, so it's I think we found a great headspace to be in musically, you know, over the last 10, 15 years, you know, having a segmentation of just, oh, you know, that area is known for this and known for that, you know, with this breakout success of, like, you know, myself and Wale, and, you know, when you talk about on the R&B side, you know, in the 90s, you know, with Genuine and
right.
stuff like that, you know, like, it's definitely, we're definitely making our mark, you know, but this is definitely our time right now.
Okay, and just to get a little bit personal, talk about the journey and experience for you. What's the most important attribute to you personally for being successful?
I think for being successful, one of the major keys is, you know, hard work, you know, creativity, and knowing how to reinvent yourself. Like, nothing moves without the music. Like, you know, you can have a multifaceted of different things going on, but nothing moves. Like, you know, that's my philosophy anyway. Just, you know, and you know, and be humble. You know what I mean? Like, you know, which is a challenge. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge challenge. I mean, it's a thin line between being humble, but also saying, like, you know, I'm gonna seize a moment and take what's mine. And I don't, you know, I'm in a place personally, like, where, you know, I know my talent. I know that I'm gifted and I'm great at what I do, and I'm not going to apologize to anybody for that. You know what I'm saying? So, in the sense that, you know, I'm humble in the sense where I just be able to take advice from my team and stuff of that nature, whatever. But it's definitely, I'm definitely in the turn up period. You know what I mean? In my life, you know, creatively and everything.
Hey, we appreciate that, man, the genuineness and the way you deliver that, man. You've worked with artists such as Chrisette, Michele, Dwelle, Philadelphia, just you know, to mention, and a lot of artists that are either mainstream or independent. And like you touched on, man, there's nothing more important, man, than being motivated on working on something that you know from the ground up. You're building, whether it's slow, but at the same time it's strong and long lasting and brings a uniqueness to itself. I call that being special when it comes to music. You set yourself apart. How do anybody out there that's listening to you, what do they need to know about being a music artist in this game that they call music, that's different than any other occupation or genre you want to be a part of? Talk about that from the level of all the shows and stuff that you've been doing, the grind. I mean, I know myself and a lot of people, man, when I told them that you was coming on the show, they've been seeing you all over. You know what I'm saying? I know you did the special with Tamia and Chriselle for the New Year's. You've been on BET. You've been acknowledged throughout with a lot of awards and stuff and accolades you've been able to accomplish over the last couple of years, and especially last year was a big year for you with the big release of A Place Called Loveland and its success. I know you've been confident. It shows in your music, man. But if anybody coming into business, what do they need to know, man, about the business itself?
About the business itself, I would say to man, every 3 to 5 years, the sound of music changes. You know, the way, you know, constantly the way it's being distributed, marketed, and promoted is changing constantly. But one thing that never changes is, like, the fundamentals of, like, going out and touching the people and connecting with your audience directly, you know, and then doing that, you can create your own independent distribution network, and that's something that I would tell people, like, to make your focus. You know what I mean? Like, and then if you have a great project, or you have a project with content that's talking about something that people can relate to, I think it'll sell itself. You know what I mean? And they'll become they'll become a salesperson for you. You know what I mean? A mouthpiece in the street for you. Those people that are your fans that you connect with.
Okay. Is there anything that help you be a better artist, like school, a specific major, or influence in general, that you feel like has been a big part of the success and the artist that you is today?
Man, I think key components. Like one of the main things for me, I'm so motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so motivated. I'm a dreamer. And I try to surround myself around like-minded individuals. That are so motivated and dreamers and goal-oriented, and talented, and a number of different things.
Okay. What else I wanted to ask you? Definitely specific. I got a lot of questions from a lot of people that definitely been an impact on the show itself, as far as my listening audience out there. What have you observed and witnessed to be a mistake when it comes to trying to be an artist in the business? And if you can use a situation that's memorable to you or experience, just in general.
Every day is an experience for me. There's nothing that really stands out, too tough. It's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving, and you just got to really keep up, stay creative, and be hardworking and challenging yourself,
Okay. And would you do anything different to change anything or do anything as far as the way things has played out with your career, if you had a chance to do it over again?
I wouldn't say that necessarily would do anything different, because that would be like saying that I have a regret. Just moving forward and learning how to be more strategic, and more, it's one thing to be a hustler, but now philosophy is work smarter though, as well.
Okay. And what have you learned to make people take you more serious as an artist from the time you came in until now?
I don't think it's ever been an issue with people taking me serious. It's been more like either people know and love who Raheem Devaughn is and the message, and the culture of the music, what I bring to the game, or they have no clue, like they may not know. So, the beautiful thing about what I do is that every day somebody discovers me or my music for the first time. Every day somebody discovers me, for the first time. And that's a pretty cool feeling.
Okay. And last but not least, I want to ask you, what's next for you, man, as an artist? I know you've been doing touring, and if you got any, promotion that you're doing, not only in the city, because I know you was in the city recently. Anything for our shows coming up, whether it's down the line, any, things you're going to be doing on TV or specials or whatever?
To see any shows, you can tune in to where I'm performing at. You go log on to my website, RaheemDevaughn.com. And then also I have a radio show that I've been doing for 3 years, the Raheem Devaughn Show, which comes on every Sunday at bliss.fm. That's BLIS.fm. All my shows are iTunes podcast, so definitely subscribe to the iTunes podcast for my radio show. And there's a part 2 to a place called Loveland, which I'm wrapping that up now. I'm looking to put that album out tentatively, late spring, early summer.
Okay.
And so I'm definitely excited about that. I have a book in the works that I'm working on as well. And then of course, the branding and marketing of the artist. Phil Ade, who has a project, new music coming soon. There's another exciting artist we signed named Chad French that I'm excited about the world hearing. And pretty much between all these things, man, I stay pretty busy. Got the Trumpet Awards coming up. I can't speak too much on that, other than the fact that I will be on the Trumpet Awards, and it's gonna be a real dope tribute that I'm part of.
Okay.
As well as some TV and television stuff that I'm developing for Centric and TV One.
Okay, man. Hey, the grind don't stop with you, man. on and on, man. Did you get a chance to rest or relax, man?
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta get that rest in. You gotta get the rest in and reboot the system. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what's up, man. Hey, do Philadelphia want to shout anything out as well, man, before we closing out, man? Because like I said, I want to definitely take the last part of this interview to thank you for everything you've done, man. Without your support and the success and the genuine the way you've been, keeping in contact with me throughout all the stuff you've been doing, man. I can't tell you how thankful I've been, how humble I am. I definitely want to thank God for everything that He's allowed the show to do, and along with your success. And Philadelphia, man, I know he just released a not too long ago project. Was I think the title of the mixtape was Rose, and that has nothing but straight bangers from the beginning to the end on there with a lot of different artists. He's doing big things. I want to acknowledge him. And definitely you and your success, man. I wish you nothing but the best from the bottom of my heart, man. You one of the true, genuine dudes, man, in the industry. And I wish you nothing but the best. God bless you and everything you do, man. And I appreciate you coming through on the show today, man.
No doubt, man. Phil said peace to everybody. And definitely follow him on Twitter and Instagram at Phil Ade, that's PHILADE_RF. And look forward to his project coming soon. We'll be doing a big press release, titling of the project and whatnot. And definitely support his most recent mixtape that he's dropped, Rose, which is available online. And Philadelphiamusic.com is where you can check that out. My website, Raheem Devaughn.com, as well as is at Raheem_Devaughn. That's RAHEEM_DEVAUGHN. And definitely, I want to thank all the fans out there for supporting my music and my brand, and thank you as well.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. I wish you continued success, man. Stay in the loop with me, man, because if you don't know, man, not only yourself, I got Marsha Ambrose, and I got so many other artists, man, but it was more important to me to have you kick off this series, man. And I'm supporting so many artists. Philadelphia, man, I would definitely be happy and humble to have him on as well, man. He's one of the artists in the city that has a lot, man, consciously about his music that he puts out, man. And what's
we'll definitely work that out to make that happen.
And I appreciate that, man. But like I said, God bless you and everything you do. I definitely want to shout out Michele White for the hard work she's been doing behind the scenes. And like I said, man, we appreciate you on 365, the Grind Radio Show, for coming through, supporting the show, and wish you much success, man, in 2014, man.
Thank you so much.
Hey, anytime, man. God bless.
Yes, sir. Love life.
All right.
We deep in these streets. Stop listening to all that talk and tune into us. We got that heat for your ears. We everywhere. 365, the Grind Radio Show.
This is Grind Radio at its best. You're listening and locked into 365 The Grind Radio with your man DJ DMVTHEDON.
The only choice for R&B, hip-hop, and mixtape music, as well as go-go in the DMV, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. For me, it's 365, the Grind Radio Show.
Stop listening to all that talk and tune into us. We everywhere, 365, the Grind Radio Show.
Where my fellas, where my ladies at? We on fleek with the music over here. It's 365, the Grind Radio Show with my DJ DMVTHEDON.
This is Grind Radio at its best. You're listening and locked into 365 The Grind Radio with your man DJ DMVTHEDON. All right, baby. As you can see, man, that was a good interview, man. My man came through, blessed us. let us know what was going on with him at the time. And then we also appreciate him taking time out of his busy schedule, as was noted on the show, man. We got more great series in this series coming up, 365 The Grind radio show, man. 365 features, man. Upcoming this week, we'll have Tweet. We'll also have hip-hop legend Big Daddy Kane. We'll also have Big Tigger on the show as well. Rhapsody, the artist Rhapsody, will be on the show as well. Legendary hip-hop rap queen that she is, Rod Digger, will be coming through on the show as well. And we got a couple other artists who will be featuring as well. My man Joel Ortiz. And also we'll have Paloma Ford, if you don't know about her, man. She's part of that Young California movement. And also did tracks with Meek Mills, noted as well, though. So we got great interviews coming up. We're going to have Beat Billionaire coming through on the show. My man T-Fly, who also part of that Young California movement with my man DJ Mustard and YG. He doing big things. We're going to have him come through on the show. And more artists will be featuring as well. So we hope you enjoyed the interview. We got more coming. This is your man, the hottest in the game, DJ DMVTHEDON, signing off. 365 The Grind Radio Show, man. We love y'all for the support out there. Continue to follow us on our social networks. Like us on Facebook at 365 The Grind Radio Show. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DMV's Next Big Thing. Alright? Y'all take it easy. God bless as always. And make sure you catch our live stream on Spreaker.com. Just browse and search for 365 The Grind Radio Show. When you hear that I Am Music, man, you know what it is. Alright? Also download our app on the ISO Marketplace, App Store, iTunes, and also for you Android lovers on the Google Play Store. 365 The Grind Radio Show. You'll see the Washington Monument logo up there with the red and black stars making it official. Alright? As always, man, I always say God bless to you all out there. Appreciate all those who continue to listen and support the show. Y'all take it easy and be in tune for more great interviews, and follow us on YouTube, man. We got that exclusive channel for you as well, man. Keep it locked. 365 The Grind Radio Show.
I Am Music.